In this beginner's guide, we're going to walk you through the process of how to set your prices for custom garments with HTV. We'll cover how to calculate your total cost of goods, as well as your labor cost that goes into making the transfers, and how to use your profit margin to determine what you should be charging. And in this video, we'll use the example of an order for 10 custom shirts. So first up is our cost of goods. So I'm starting off with a Port & Company Essential Tee in the Sangria color, and so I'm going to need 10 t-shirts for this, and that comes up to $61.70. Next up, I'm going to use the HTV calculator, which you can find on our website, heattransferwarehouse.com. Just scroll down to the footer, and under resources, you can see it there, HTV calculator. And this is a super useful tool when you're trying to get an idea for how much vinyl you'll need for a job. So I'll just put in that I'm going to be using a 12-inch vinyl, and the width of my design is 11 inches, and the height of my design is 8.5 inches. And I'm doing 10 transfers in total. And then I'll just hit estimate, and it tells me that I need 3 yards of vinyl to complete this project. If you did have multiple colors, then you'd want to redo this again for each color so you know how much of each color you're going to need. I'm going to be using Wallacut Express in this color light green. So I'll just select 3-foot rolls and I'll order 3 of them. Now, since this is the total cost of goods, I am going to include any shipping costs or any taxes that are on this order. And this is where you'd want to add in if you have any custom labels, if you have any custom packaging that you spend money on each garment. You want to make sure your total cost of goods includes all of your raw materials that you're using. So for me, that comes out to $116.76 for our total cost of goods. Now onto our labor cost. Now this one's especially important for HTV because we all know that cutting and weeding can vary a lot depending on how complicated your design is. Especially if a customer wants a really complicated design, it might be more worth it to get a custom transfer made for this. So for this design, I timed myself for loading up the HTV and cutting this transfer, and it took about 2 minutes. So for 10 of these, I'm going to say it's going to take 20 minutes to cut my HTV. Then for weeding, this is a pretty simple design, so it only took me about 2 minutes to weed each transfer. So in total, about 20 minutes for weeding. And then onto pressing. Wallacut Express only has a 5-second press, so even with a little repress there at the end, this is a really quick process to get this lined up and get pressed, so about another 2 minutes per shirt. So in total, it will take about 60 minutes to cut, weed, and press 10 of these shirts with this design. So if my labor cost is $15 an hour, that's going to be $15 of labor cost for this job. So now I can take that and add that to my total cost of goods to get my total cost to produce. So my total cost to produce is $131.76. Now onto your profit margin. So all your profit margin means is what percentage of your sale price is going to cover the cost to produce, and what percent is the profit that you're making on this job. For this example, I'm going to be using a 50% profit margin, which is pretty average for custom t-shirts. For this, the math is pretty easy for me. I'll just take my total cost to produce and multiply it by 2. So with that, I know that my sale price should be $263.52. So if I charge that for this job, I know that I'd be making $131.76 of profit. And that's how to determine what you should be charging for your custom garments with HTV. If you learned something from this video, make sure to leave it a like and let us know in the comments what you learned. Then if you're not already, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.